Welcome to 3DLANES. This is episode 2. This is the history of JLC, a topic that I wanted to do for a while. One of the things that surprised me was the pronunciation from AI. At the beginning, I would like to say that I was, let's say, not surprised that the pronunciation was bad, but the more I looked into the pronunciation of the brand, of the name of the brand, I guess it's valid. There's different ways to say it. You can say JLC, you can say the French way, you can say it the German way, which I'm not gonna attempt in this episode. If you want to do it, just go for it. Send me a voice note if you want me to hear you say it, but I'm definitely not gonna do it. Remember, there's gonna be a companion blog post for this episode. You can always find it at 3lanes.com. I hope you enjoyed the episode.
All right, let's take a deep dive into the world of Jaeger-LeCoultre.
Sounds good.
You sent over a whole bunch of articles and research.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that you're looking for more than just the time here.
Well, you're right.
Yeah.
It seems like you really want to go deeper
Yeah.
and uncover the story of this watchmaker.
Yeah.
And you know what makes it a true legend in haute horlogerie?
And what exactly is haute horlogerie?
Yeah, that's a great question.
What sets these timepieces apart?
Well, haute horlogerie is essentially the pinnacle of watchmaking.
Okay.
Think artistry,
Mm.
technical complexity,
Okay.
and, a legacy of craftsmanship often passed down through generations.
Okay, so we're talking about watches that are more than just functional.
It's
They're
more-
artistic masterpieces.
Yeah, precisely.
Okay.
And, Jaeger-LeCoultre really embodies the spirit perfectly.
Okay.
And their story begins in 1833 in the Vallée de Joux, Switzerland,
Okay.
a region practically synonymous with fine watchmaking.
So picture the Swiss Alps.
Stunning scenery,
Absolutely.
and nestled within it, this cradle of watchmaking brilliance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right in the heart of it all.
Okay.
A young Antoine Lecoultre
Mm-hmm.
sets up his workshop,
Okay.
and this is really where the magic begins.
And what makes Antoine so special? Is
Yeah.
he just a skilled watchmaker?
Skill, yes, but Antoine was also a visionary.
Okay.
He invented a machine that could actually cut watch pinions from steel.
Okay.
Now, these are tiny components that are absolutely essential
Mm-hmm.
for the watch movement to function.
So he's not just making watches.
Yeah.
He's innovating the very process
Exactly.
of watchmaking itself.
Yeah, he's pushing the boundaries.
That's quite a legacy.
It really is.
Yeah.
And that's just the beginning.
Okay.
Antoine goes on to create the millionometer,
Mm-hmm.
an instrument so precise it could measure a micron,
Oh.
to give you an idea.
Yeah.
That's about 170th the width of a human hair.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's an incredible level of precision.
absolutely. Incredible pursuit. But I understand there wasn't a patent system back then.
No, not at that time.
How did he protect his inventions?
It was a closely guarded secret,
Okay.
passed down through the family.
Oh, wow.
And, the LeCoultre family's impact on the Vallée de Joux
Yeah.
goes far beyond just their watches.
Okay.
They actually built the village where the company still operates today.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Talk about a family's legacy
Absolutely.
intertwined with an entire region.
You got it.
Yeah.
In 1866, Antoine and his son Elie,
Okay.
they established LeCoultre NC,
Hmm.
which became the Vallée de Joux' first full-fledged manufacturer.
Manufacturer.
Yeah.
That word keeps popping up in watchmaking.
Mm.
What does it actually mean?
A manufacturer in watchmaking means that every single step of creating the watch happens under one roof.
Okay.
So that's from designing and producing the components
Mhm.
to assembling and finishing.
So complete control over every stage of the process.
Precisely.
I can see why that would be crucial for maintaining quality. Absolutely. Driving innovation.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And that commitment to excellence really shines through.
Mm.
By 1900, they had created over 350 different calibers.
Okay, now caliber refers to the inner mechanism of a watch, right?
That's right.
The heart of its timekeeping.
The heart of it, absolutely.
So each caliber represents a unique set of functions and complexities within the watch.
Precisely.
Okay.
And LeCoultre was developing calibers with incredible features,
Like what?
including chronographs for precise timing
Okay.
and repeater mechanisms that actually chime the time acoustically.
Wow, talk about pushing the boundaries of what a watch can do.
Absolutely.
They were clearly leaders in their field.
Unquestionably.
Yeah.
So much so that they were even supplying movements to Patek Philippe,
Wow.
another giant in the watchmaking world.
Okay.
So this really cemented LeCoultre as a true powerhouse.
All right, so we've got this thriving watchmaking dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where does Jaeger enter the picture? I'm guessing it's more than just two names coming together.
It's a lot more than just two names.
Okay.
This is where the story takes a really fascinating turn.
Okay.
In 1903, Parisian watchmaker Edmond Jaeger
Okay.
throws down a challenge
A challenge.
to the Swiss watchmaking world.
Okay.
Create ultra-thin movements.
Ultra-thin.
As thin and elegant as possible.
I'm sensing a LeCoultre stepping up to this challenge.
You bet.
Okay.
Jacques-David-LeCoultre,
Mm-hmm.
Antoine's grandson. He rises to the occasion.
Okay.
He actually leads the creation of the world's thinnest pocket watch movement.
Wow.
Just 4 years later in 1907.
Wow. And this achievement set the stage for their later Master Ultra-Thin line,
Exactly.
which remains incredibly popular even today.
It does.
So this collaboration isn't just about business.
Yeah.
It's sparked by a challenge,
Yeah.
by a shared passion for pushing the limits of watchmaking.
It's about pushing the limits,
Yeah.
and it's a partnership that truly changes the course of horological history. And it's not just about the watches themselves.
Right?
It's about this constant drive to innovate,
Hmm.
to create something extraordinary.
And speaking of extraordinary,
Yes.
I have to ask about the Atmos clock.
Of course.
It's almost mythical in the watch world.
Yeah, it's legendary.
Running for years without any human intervention.
The Atmos,
Yeah.
it's another testament to that spirit of invention.
Okay.
You see, the Atmos clock brought in by Jaeger
Mm-hmm.
is actually powered by temperature and atmospheric pressure changes.
Wow.
It's just a brilliant feat of engineering
Yeah.
that captures the idea of harnessing natural forces
Yeah.
for mechanical precision.
It seems like both Jaeger and LeCoultre were
Yeah.
driven by this insatiable curiosity,
Absolutely.
this desire to explore the boundaries of what's possible in watchmaking.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
And this drive led to the official merging of the two companies in 1937,
Okay.
creating the Jaeger-LeCoultre we know today.
What a legacy.
Yeah.
So we've got ultra-thin movements,
Mhm.
complicated watches,
Yeah.
a clock that defies expectations.
It does.
Where do they go from here?
That's a great question.
What's next for this powerhouse duo?
Well, this is where we dive into the heart of what makes Jaeger-LeCoultre so special.
Okay.
Their relentless pursuit of innovation,
Okay.
expressed through some of the most iconic watch models ever created.
All right, I'm ready for those aha moments.
Let's do it.
Let's explore those iconic models.
Let's get into it.
I know the reverse is a good place to start.
It's a great place to start.
What makes this watch so legendary?
The Reverso, born in 1931, is a perfect example of Jaeger-LeCoultre's ability to combine practicality with elegance.
Okay.
It was created in response to a challenge.
Okay.
Design a watch that could survive the rigors of a polo match.
And I've always loved how the Reverso's reversible case
Mm-hmm.
isn't just about protection.
Right.
It's become a design icon in itself.
It really has.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about practicality. It was about style and personalization. You could have a different face for different occasions.
Oh,
One side for sport, the other for formal events.
okay.
It was a watch that really adapted to you.
I'm fascinated by how they took a functional need
Yeah.
and turned it into this iconic design element.
Yeah. It's genius.
It's a testament to their creative thinking.
Absolutely.
And it didn't stop there.
No, it didn't.
The Reverso's reversible case became a canvas for engraving,
Right.
enameling,
Yeah.
and even gem setting,
That's right.
making each one truly unique.
They're all unique pieces.
It embodies this idea that a watch can be both a precision instrument and a work of art.
Absolutely.
So we've got the Reverso, a watch born from sport,
Yes.
yet transcending it to become a symbol of style.
A true icon.
What other innovations were brewing at Jaeger-LeCoultre?
Well, this drive to push boundaries led them to create the Duo Plan in 1925.
Okay.
Another marvel of miniaturization.
Okay.
Now, remember those calibers we talked about?
Yes.
Well, they managed to fit a larger balance wheel into a smaller watch.
How?
Yeah.
By building the movement on two levels.
Okay, so this isn't just about making things smaller.
Right.
It's about improving accuracy by incorporating a larger balance wheel, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
The larger balance wheel oscillates with greater stability,
Okay.
making the watch more accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't stop at technical innovation.
Okay.
The Duo Plan was also one of the first steel watches to be set with gemstones,
Oh.
challenging the conventions of the time.
So they're thinking about aesthetics and design
Absolutely.
while pushing the limits of mechanical precision.
They're always pushing boundaries.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Yes.
They're never satisfied with just the status quo.
They're always innovating.
And that brings us to something truly mind-boggling.
Okay.
The Caliber 101, created in 1929.
Yes, the Caliber 101.
To this day, it remains the smallest mechanical movement in the world.
That's right. The smallest in the world.
Smaller than a grain of rice, right?
Yes, incredibly small.
I remember reading that Queen Elizabeth II even wore one for her coronation. That's right, she did.
It's so tiny it can be practically invisible.
Almost invisible.
Hidden in jewelry. Or used to create incredibly elegant timepieces.
It's amazing.
The Caliber 101 is a testament to their mastery of micromechanics.
Absolutely.
Fitting all the necessary components into such a tiny space.
It's incredible.
I can only imagine the skill and precision required to create something like that.
It's mind-blowing.
It's mind-blowing.
It speaks to their relentless pursuit of pushing the limits of what's possible in watchmaking.
They weren't afraid to experiment, to miniaturize.
No, they weren't.
To make the seemingly impossible possible.
Exactly.
So we've covered the elegant reverso,
Mm-hmm.
the ingenious duo plan,
Yes.
and the impossibly small Caliber 101.
That's right.
What other innovations did Jaeger-LeCoultre bring to the world?
Oh, there are more.
What other stories are waiting to be told?
Well, let's not forget the Memovox, introduced in 1950.
Okay.
This was the first automatic alarm watch.
Okay.
A perfect companion for a world on the move.
I can imagine how revolutionary that was back then.
Oh, absolutely.
Waking up on time or remembering appointments without having to rely on external reminders.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a game changer.
Yeah.
And later versions of the Memovox even incorporated a diver's alarm.
Okay, a diver's alarm.
Yeah.
How does that even work underwater?
Well, the alarm was specifically designed to be audible even beneath the waves,
Wow.
alerting divers when it was time to surface.
Okay.
This was a groundbreaking innovation, particularly in the early days of scuba diving, when safety measures were less advanced.
So we've got watches for polo players.
That's right.
Watches fit for royalty.
Yeah,
And now watches for divers.
we do.
Jaeger-LeCoultre seems to have a watch for every adventure.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
And they weren't done yet.
Okay.
Their pursuit of precision and durability
Okay.
led them to create the Geophysic in 1958.
The geophysic.
This watch was built to withstand magnetic fields, water, and shocks. Designed specifically for scientific exploration in Antarctica.
A watch built for the most extreme conditions on Earth
That's right.
that speaks volumes about their commitment to pushing the boundaries of resilience.
Absolutely.
Wow.
The Geophysic is a fantastic example of how Jaeger-LeCoultre blended functionality with robustness. Even the captain of the first American nuclear submarine to cross under the North Pole wore a Geophysic.
That's incredible.
It's an amazing story.
Now we've got the Reverso, the Duo Plan, the Caliber 101,
That's right.
the Memovox, and the Geophysic.
We've covered a lot.
Each a testament to Jaeger-LeCoultre's dedication to innovation and craftsmanship.
Absolutely.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
You got it.
Remember, they hold over 400 patents and have created over 1,000 unique calibers.
That's incredible.
Over their long history.
Yeah.
Their innovation seems limitless.
It really does.
It's clear that Jaeger-LeCoultre is more than just a watchmaker. They're inventors, they're artists, they're storytellers.
I like that.
But what truly sets them apart?
Yeah, what sets them apart?
What makes them the watchmaker's watchmaker, as they're often called?
That's a great question, and it's their unparalleled mastery of complications.
Okay, complications. Let's unpack that a bit.
Right.
What exactly are we talking about?
Well, imagine features like a chronograph
Okay.
to precisely time events, a moon phase display tracking the lunar cycle,
Okay.
or a perpetual calendar that never needs adjusting. These are just a few examples of watch complications.
So these complications add layers of complexity and functionality to the watch, making it even more extraordinary.
Exactly. And Jaeger-LeCoultre doesn't simply include complications.
Okay.
They master them.
Okay.
They excel in crafting watches with tourbillons, perpetual calendars, minute repeaters,
Wow.
and even grande complications, which combine at least 3 classic complications in a single watch.
Wow. I'm starting to grasp the level of expertise and dedication required to create these masterpieces.
It's another level.
That's a whole other level of watchmaking.
It is.
And remember, every single watch is designed, manufactured, and assembled under one roof in the Valet de Joux,
That's right.
ensuring the highest level of quality and craftsmanship.
Absolutely.
They even have a special 1,000-hour controlled testing process.
Yeah, 1,000 hours of testing.
1,000 hours of testing.
That's right.
That's serious dedication to quality.
It's a testament to their commitment to perfection.
Wow. So Jaeger-LeCoultre combines centuries-old watchmaking traditions with cutting-edge technology and a relentless pursuit of excellence.
They do.
It's a powerful combination.
It is.
But even with such a rich history and an impeccable reputation, they face certain challenges in today's world.
There are always challenges.
Challenges?
Yeah.
What kind of challenges could a brand like Jaeger-LeCoultre possibly face?
Well, the watchmaking landscape is constantly evolving, and we live in a world dominated by big brands with massive marketing budgets.
Oh.
It's a challenge for any brand to maintain visibility and relevance in such a competitive environment.
It's a good point. Jaeger-LeCoultre has always been more focused on the craft than the hype.
I agree with that.
But does that approach still resonate in a world driven by branding and marketing?
That's the question they're grappling with.
Okay.
And then there's the unique shape of the Reverso.
Yeah.
It's an icon instantly recognizable, but it can also be seen as limiting its appeal as an everyday watch for some people.
I could see that it's a bold statement piece, but maybe not the most versatile choice for every occasion or style.
Right.
And we can't ignore the rising prices of luxury watches.
Of course not.
This makes them increasingly unattainable for many people, especially younger generations.
It's a valid concern.
How can a brand rooted in heritage and tradition connect with a new audience that might have different priorities and expectations?
That's the key question for Jaeger-LeCoultre. How can they leverage their heritage, their craftsmanship, and their innovative spirit to connect with a new generation of watch enthusiasts?
It's a delicate balancing act.
It is.
Staying true to their roots while also appealing to a modern audience.
It's a tough challenge.
It's a challenge many luxury brands are facing.
It is.
So how do they navigate this new landscape? How do they ensure their legacy continues to thrive?
Well, that's what we're going to explore next.
Okay.
The challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for Jaeger-LeCoultre in the ever-evolving world of watchmaking.
I'm intrigued. Let's dive into that next chapter of their story.
Let's go. It's fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
It's this paradox.
Yeah.
Can a brand known for such meticulous craftsmanship and these intricate complications thrive in a world that's increasingly drawn to technology and instant gratification?
It makes you wonder if maybe those very qualities, the craftsmanship, the heritage, could become their greatest assets.
It's interesting.
In a world of mass production, perhaps people are yearning for something more unique, more meaningful.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a growing appreciation for heritage and authenticity.
Okay.
And Jaeger-LeCoultre has that in abundance.
They do.
They've been around for almost 200 years, and they're still creating watches with the same level of passion and dedication as Antoine LeCoultre in his workshop.
And it's not like they're stuck in the past.
No, not at all.
They've incorporated new materials, new technologies, new design elements into their watches while staying true to their core values.
Their Hybris mechanical line is a perfect example.
Okay.
These are some of the most complicated watches in the world.
Wow.
Featuring groundbreaking innovations.
Okay.
Mind-boggling technical feats.
But they're not just museum pieces, are they?
No, they're not.
They're still designed to be worn and enjoyed.
Absolutely.
Okay.
They understand that a watch, no matter how complex, is ultimately a personal object.
Right.
It's a reflection of the wearer's taste style, an appreciation for fine craftsmanship.
So maybe the key to Jaeger-LeCoultre's future success lies in striking that balance. Tradition and innovation, complexity and wearability.
It's a balance.
It's about making these incredible timepieces relevant to a modern audience.
That's it.
And it's about telling your story in a way that resonates with an audience that might not be familiar with the intricacies of haute horlogerie, but can still appreciate the beauty, the craftsmanship, the legacy behind a Jaeger-LeCoultre.
Exactly.
You know, thinking about this challenge, I keep coming back to the fact that Antoine LeCoultre never patented the millionometer.
That's interesting.
It seems almost counterintuitive in today's world.
It does, doesn't it?
We're so obsessed with intellectual property, with protecting our ideas. But maybe there's a lesson to be learned from Antoine's approach.
Maybe so.
Perhaps it's about sharing your knowledge and passion with the world, trusting that it will inspire others.
It's a beautiful thought.
Maybe that's the true legacy of Jaeger-LeCoultre. Not just the watches themselves,
right,
but that spirit of invention,
Yeah.
That relentless pursuit of excellence.
Absolutely.
That has driven them for almost 2 centuries.
That's quite a legacy.
It is. Which leads me to a question.
Okay.
How does a brand like this, so rooted in tradition, stay relevant in a world that's constantly changing?
It's a question many heritage brands are grappling with.
Right.
I think for Jaeger-LeCoultre, part of the answer might lie in their unique position within the watchmaking ecosystem.
Okay.
Remember, they're not just a watchmaker.
Yeah.
They're the watchmaker's watchmaker.
Meaning they've supplied movements to other prestigious brands?
That's right.
I'm curious, why would a brand as renowned as Jaeger-LeCoultre choose to create for others?
That's a good question. And it really speaks to their deep understanding of horology, their
Okay.
willingness to share their expertise.
Okay.
It's not just about competition.
Right.
It's about advancing the art of watchmaking as a whole.
Okay.
It's almost like a master artist
Okay.
mentoring other talented individuals.
That's a beautiful analogy.
Thank you.
It elevates their role beyond just a luxury brand. They're almost like guardians of a tradition,
Yeah,
passing down knowledge and expertise
I like
to
that.
future generations.
And it's this deep respect for the craft,
Yeah.
coupled with their continuous innovation, that sets them apart.
Okay.
They're not afraid to experiment, to push boundaries.
Right.
They're constantly exploring new materials,
Okay.
new techniques, new
Yeah.
ways to express time.
We've talked about their historical models, but what are some examples of their more recent innovations?
Oh, there are many.
What are they doing today that excites you?
One area that's particularly fascinating is their work with new materials.
Okay.
They've been experimenting with silicone components.
Silicon.
Yeah, which are incredibly lightweight and resistant to wear and tear.
Okay.
This allows them to create movements that are even more precise and durable.
So they're not just relying on traditional techniques.
No, they're not.
They're embracing the possibilities
Yeah.
of modern technology.
Absolutely. They're constantly looking for ways to improve, to refine, to evolve. Another exciting development is their focus on sustainability.
Okay. Sustainability.
Yes. They're exploring the use of recycled and ethically sourced materials,
Okay.
minimizing their environmental impact.
It's encouraging to hear that a brand with such a long history
Yeah.
is also thinking about the future of the planet.
It's a testament to their commitment to responsible watchmaking.
Okay.
To see they understand that true luxury isn't just about exclusivity, it's about creating something that will last,
Yeah.
something that will be cherished for generations.
So they're balancing tradition with innovation,
Yes.
technical prowess with artistic expression, and now responsible practices with luxury.
That's right.
It seems like a lot to juggle.
It's a delicate balancing act,
Yeah.
but it's one they seem to be navigating with grace.
Right.
And that brings us back to your question.
Okay.
How does a brand like Jaeger-LeCoultre stay relevant in a world that's constantly changing?
It's a question that's been weaving its way through our entire conversation.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I think the answer lies in their unwavering commitment to the art of watchmaking.
Okay.
You see, they're not chasing trends, they're defining them.
Okay.
They're not just creating timepieces,
Yeah.
they're crafting legacies.
It's a powerful statement.
It is.
But how do they convey that message to a wider audience?
Right.
How do they cut through the noise of the luxury market and capture the imagination of new generations?
Well, that's where storytelling comes in.
Storytelling.
Yeah, it's about going beyond the technical specifications and sharing the human stories behind the watches.
Okay.
The stories of the artisans, the designers, the watchmakers who pour their heart and soul into each creation.
We've talked about their history, their innovations, their challenges. But what about the people who make it all happen?
Ah, the people.
What are their stories?
That's where the real magic lies.
Okay.
Let's dive into the world of Jaeger-LeCoultre's master watchmakers.
Okay.
The unsung heroes who bring these incredible timepieces to life.
It's pretty amazing to think about the human element behind these intricate machines.
It is.
It's easy to get lost in the technical details, but ultimately it's people who bring these watches to life.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the artisans at Jaeger-LeCoultre are truly exceptional.
Okay.
Many of them actually come from families with generations of watchmaking tradition.
Oh, wow.
You know, their skills passed down from father to son, mother to daughter.
So it's not just a job.
No.
It's a way of life.
It is.
A deep connection to their heritage.
It's in their blood.
Yeah.
They spend years honing their craft, mastering techniques that have been perfected over centuries.
Wow.
It's a level of dedication and artistry that's rarely seen today.
I'd love to get a glimpse into their world.
Yeah.
What's it like inside those workshops in the Vallée de Joux?
Well, imagine a place where time seems to slow down.
Okay.
The workshops are filled with natural light,
Okay.
and there's this sense of quiet concentration as the artisans work.
Mhm.
Each watchmaker sits at their workbench,
Okay.
surrounded by tiny components, specialized tools, and magnifying glasses.
It sounds almost meditative,
It is.
like a watchmaker's version of a Zen garden.
There's a certain rhythm to their work,
Yeah.
a precision and flow that's almost hypnotic.
Okay.
You know, they handle each tiny component with the utmost care.
Yeah.
Their movements precise and deliberate.
You can almost hear the ticking of the clocks in the background, can't you?
It's peaceful.
Yeah.
And, beyond the technical skill,
Yeah.
there's a real sense of passion there.
Okay.
They're not just assembling parts.
Right.
They're creating something beautiful,
Mhm.
something that will endure.
I'm struck by how this level of craftsmanship connects back to Jaeger-LeCoultre's history.
Yes.
It's a direct link to Antoine LeCoultre in his workshop, innovating and creating.
Absolutely. That
Yeah.
connection to their heritage is palpable.
Yeah.
It's woven into the very fabric of the company.
Okay.
And it's one of the things that makes a Jaeger-LeCoultre watch so special.
It's not just a luxury item.
No,
It's a piece of history.
it is.
A testament to human ingenuity and dedication.
I couldn't agree more.
So, as we near the end of our deep dive into the world of Jaeger-LeCoultre,
Yeah.
what's your biggest takeaway?
For me, it's that constant tension
Okay.
between tradition and innovation.
Okay.
They're not afraid to embrace new technologies and materials,
Right.
but they always do it in a way that honors their heritage.
All right. It's like they're standing on the shoulders of giants,
I like that.
reaching for the future
Mm-hmm.
while staying rooted in their past.
Yeah, and I think that's what will allow them to continue to thrive.
Okay.
You see, they're not just following trends, they're
Exactly.
creating them.
Mm.
They're constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible in watchmaking.
It's inspiring to see a brand that's not only survived for almost 200 years,
It is.
but has continued to evolve and innovate,
Yeah.
all while staying true to their core values.
And I believe that's why Jaeger-LeCoultre will continue to resonate with watch enthusiasts
Mhm.
for generations to come.
Okay.
You see, they represent something timeless,
Great.
something that transcends the fleeting nature of trends.
As we wrap up,
Yes,
what would you say to someone who's just discovering the world of Jaeger-LeCoultre?
that's a good question.
What's the one thing you'd want them to remember?
I'd say take the time to appreciate the details.
Okay.
Look beyond the surface and
Mhm.
discover the stories behind the watches. Yeah.
The stories of the artisans, innovations, the legacy that's woven into every timepiece.
It's about more than just telling time.
Exactly.
It's about connecting with a piece of history,
Yes.
a piece of artistry.
And who knows, maybe you'll even be inspired to start your own journey of discovery,
Mm-hmm.
to explore the world of horology and find the watch that speaks to your soul.
That's a beautiful thought to end on.
Thank you.
This deep dive into the world of Jaeger-LeCoultre has been a true revelation,
It has.
a journey through time and craftsmanship.
Absolutely.
We hope you've enjoyed the exploration
We did.
and that you've come away with a newfound appreciation for this extraordinary brand.
Me too.
Until next time, keep diving deep.
That's the episode. 3 Lanes episode 2 done. Let me know what your thoughts are on this AI episodes, on the information provided. Let me know what you think about the podcast. Any feedback that you may have, please leave it on the comments, or you can leave it on our website, or you can go to any social media platform where we have a presence. Thanks again for listening. See you next time.